In 2004, the Australian Prudential Regulation Authority, or APRA, implemented the risk-based supervision project, initially through on-site training programs for Pacific regulators. In 2005, APRA expanded the project to include support for internship at APRA for prudential supervisors from Pacific Island countries. This project has been very beneficial to all participants of all central banks in the Pacific in terms of upskilling and improved networking. Now, looking at some statistics, for the superannuation industry, total assets have significantly increased from under 1 billion kina in 1999 to, at the moment, at the end June 2011, of 6 billion kina. The positive results over the last few years speaks for themselves compared to the bad experience some 10 years ago, where contributors lost a lot of their savings. Prudent and good management are enabling contributors to benefit from their funds. The declaration of huge profits by Number One Super and NASFUND are clear testimony of these reforms. Similarly, improvements are continuing to be undertaken in the life insurance industry also. The growth of life insurance industry has not improved substantially as that experience in the superannuation industry. Total assets were at 100 million kina in 2000 and have only grown to 400 million at the end of June 2011. In our endeavors to extend our financial services to the masses of the unbanked population in Papua New Guinea, the majority of which reside in rural areas, the Central Bank, in collaboration with the other donors and the government, piloted microfinance in Papua New Guinea. This led to the licensing of a microbank, a first microbank called Nationwide Microbank, which has branched out through most centers of Papua New Guinea. The microbanks are providing a viable complementary services in the development of the financial system, providing banking services to small grassroots population in PNG. In addition, another company was licensed called PNG Microfinance Limited, owned by PNG Sustainable Development Program Company, and this has operations in NCD and Western Province and few other centers in Papua New Guinea also. The microfinance industry development is a meaningful way of mobilizing savings and servicing a large section of the community that do not enjoy financial services. The government has also introduced District Treasury Rollout Program, which is hoped to further complement the provision of financial services in rural parts of Papua New Guinea. This entails the provision of treasury, banking, and post office services from our outlet, mainly at the local and district levels. In recent months, we have embarked on mobile banking services also. This has moved on, and NASFUND has been one of the first that introduced SMS for its members to check on their balances. It is a welcome development, and the other proponents of the project or who are involved in mobile banking, we have Post Office, Post PNG, providing person-to-person transfers. DDZL is launching theirs, and others such as BSP Rural Banking, and I think National Development Bank is also looking at micro banking. Now, I mentioned this because of the importance of mobilizing savings that are so huge around Papua New Guinea. Most of the people do not have access to banking services and are keeping those their money through other means. The other channel, and these are the channels which we feel we can bring those in, and with the emphasis placed on SME banking or small medium enterprise business in Papua New Guinea by the government, those people can be a future customers, or can have the can look at joining superannuation funds in future. The bank has also undertaken a review of the payment system and is in the process of selecting a vendor to assist with this project, and it involves a number of stakeholders, including government and the private sector. Now, as the way forward, in anticipation of lifting the performance of the financial system as a whole, there are several challenges we face at the bank as we move into the new millennium. These are, firstly, to constantly enhance our supervisory responsibilities as a result of global financial developments, including the recent global financial crisis and other external factors. This includes allocating adequate resources to undertake prudential reviews, provision of technical training, and other manpower developments. The Bank of Papua New Guinea has been advocating to trying to put more resources to the supervision of superannuation, because they are paying for the regulation aspect. So unlike other banking or financial institutions, so we have organized in the bank our supervisory roles to ensure that we have close contact with boards and management of superannuation industry to have close collaboration and discussions on issues they have on an ongoing basis. We have undertaken some review together with the industry and the government through task force. We have the first task force was sometime back, and the findings and recommendations of the task force have been put to government, and we are waiting the outcome or decision of government on them. So we've been continuously following up on them. So those are some of the refinements to the legislation, and which will enhance our supervision of the industry. We also are attempting or envisaging to introduce new prudential standards covering best practices on good governance. Also to looking at the revision of existing prudential standards to align with best practice, but in a PNG context. Recently, we have the government has approved a legislation on financial crime, and improving ways of dealing with perpetrators of money schemes, financial fraud, and theft or procedure of crime is one area that the government plus the bank and other industries or entities are looking at or heavily involved in. Financial inclusion, as I said, is the main theme for from this year onwards. That is to how to get the unbanked portion of our population into the formal financial system. Financial awareness and literacy, that is to educate the populace on financial matters and awareness against fast money scams. As I mentioned, the payment system will introduce instruments and settlements to ensure a safe, cost-effective, and efficient payment system. In relation to the superannuation industry in Papua New Guinea, it's a credible story to tell, and with both good board and management, and together with proper regulation, the industry has moved to a very high level. It provides safety net for the members, bring in mobile banking for the members through SMS banking or SMS taxing is a way forward, especially for the members who are right in the remote areas. You know, they don't need to come to the towns now. They just have to stay in the, especially like teachers and health offices. So that provides that instrument or product has been good for NASFUND, and I guess the others are following suit. Investments, it has been good in terms of diversifying, but you'll hear a lot from those respective superannuation funds to to tell you about that in the next few days. But for Papua New Guinea, we are looking ahead with the challenges facing us in terms of working together with the industry and all for improving the industry for the members. With these remarks, I wish you all the success in your deliberations or discussions in the forum over the next 3 days. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. God bless.